The Quest 3 is evolving again. Meta just started rolling out the Quest 3 version 81 update, and this brings some of the huge changes to the public that we've talked about on the channel recently, and we'll touch on those quickly today as well. But it also brings some other big updates to the platform that brings everything together and kind of shows again more of what the future holds for the Quest 3. First up, now finally launching publicly outside of the public test channel, is the brand new immersive home environment. I've talked about this in the channel and we featured it a couple of times. This is the brand new environment with changeable skyboxes, essentially, that's way higher quality than other Horizon homes. This is now rolling out to the general public and it's not in the public test channel, so you should be able to finally check it out. The release notes specifically say we are excited to introduce a new immersive home, which will offer the ability to customize this space by pinning your favorite windowed apps and by changing different scenery options. Unfortunately, to provide these new features, the previous home environment and skyboxes are no longer available, which kind of stinks really because I loved things like the Lord of the Rings one. This decision ensures that we can continue to make this immersive home experience more expansive, interactive, and customizable going forward in a sustainable way. They say they've also done updates to the pass-through as well. For those times when you want to stay grounded in your physical space, we're providing new features for the pass-through home experience. This includes app pinning, where you can pin your favorite windowed apps in pass-through. Just open the app while in pass-through, position it in a convenient location, and use the pin option on the app's control bar. In addition, you can, for the first time, place objects in pass-through, starting with the avatar mirror to check out your avatar, to check out your look, and the portal to Horizon Central for convenient access. Speaking of the new Horizon Central, that's part of this update as well. This includes the launch of an updated version of Horizon Central, a completely new experience replacing the previous one. It features higher concurrency, 120 plus people, faster travel, and larger, more detailed space. In addition, Central will feature a store where you can buy digital items. We've explored all that before, and it was pretty cool. Plus, they've also updated a new and more realistic event space for their events, which we've talked about in the past as well. What we haven't talked about, though, is Pair with Mixed Reality Link. Remote desktop pairing with Mixed Reality Link is now available by default. Experience a new level of performance using your desktop in VR. Get started by installing Mixed Reality Link on a Windows 11 PC, and then simply look at your keyboard and tap the pair button to get started. I've actually used this in the past, and it works really well. It also says Link will also be available with new Windows 11 PCs in the coming months. Supposedly, they've also improved the VR discoverability in the Horizon feed. It says we're reimagining the Horizon feed in VR to increase the number of titles it can promote, help customers differentiate between apps and worlds, drive social engagement, and increase the visibility of personalized recommendations. With the updated design, users are dropped into a singular view where they can find and join friends, jump back in to experience and discover new titles. Horizon feed already makes personalized content recommendations, but with this change, we can highlight a larger volume of recommendations in several visually distinct ways. Okay, the devs behind today's video sponsor, Alex and the Jets, have officially lost it because they just made the game free until October 18th. Yes, you heard that right. Absolutely free. If you haven't tried Alex and the Jets yet, this is your chance to jump into one of the most fun, chaotic, and creative mixed reality experiences on the Quest 3. You'll be walking around your room, guiding Alex as he dogfights against other enemies inside of your room, flying through the clouds and different obstacles and fighting against boss battles. You can even play in full VR if you want. It's fast, it's hilarious, and it's free right now until October 18th. After that, the deal is gone, so seriously, grab it while you can. Even Alex couldn't believe it. Even he thinks the devs have gone crazy. So jump to the link in the description and download Alex and the Jets and see what all the madness is all about while it's still free. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Quick Play is also another option that is coming as well as part of this update. This is something that's been available on a lot of other consoles in the past. It says Quick Play enables a play-as-you-go download-like experience, enabling you to launch an application and begin gameplay before all assets have been downloaded. Users benefit by up to a 50% reduction in the time to launch the app at first install. There is no work needed by developers as the assets are prioritized for download through crowd-sourced profiling. This feature will gradually become available on the Quest 3 and the 3S devices starting with the 81. This is something that PlayStation has done for a long time and Xbox does and a lot of consoles do. And it allows you to start an app to download, and it'll essentially download to a certain spot and then allow you to launch the game and experience a portion of that game while the rest of the game is downloading. Usually it downloads enough so that you can play for a bit, get into the menu, get things set up while the rest of it downloads, and then maybe even start the beginning of the game, which is awesome because sometimes these games are massive. There's games that are 20 and 30 gigabytes, and you don't want to wait for those games, so having the option to jump in early and get things set up and at least go into the menu and have the game running while the rest of it downloads is actually pretty cool. On top of being able to now pin windows in VR and in mixed reality, they also are updating the ability to add more windows, meaning you can use up to 12 apps at once. So that's 12 individual windows, whether you're using browsers or 12 applications, if they're flat applications, all at the same time, which is actually pretty awesome. They also are adding in the ability to share links of photos and videos, so you don't have to download them. You just tap share and then hit create link, and you can send it off to someone if they want to watch it. They've improved the welcome screen, apparently, with the user switcher. I had not seen that as of yet. And also new updates to Horizon Store and search filtering options. One thing to note about that, I actually saw an article yesterday from Upload VR that talked about Gorilla Tag clones being removed. They've actually started taking things out now and trying to prioritize what's actually games on the store, which is a good step. There's still a lot of work to do, but it's a good step. In the update notes, it says we've updated the names and values within our filters in the Horizon Store and in search to offer more relevant options that we believe will make it easier to sort through the catalog. We've renamed game mode as number of players, controllers as controller compatibility, player mode as play area, and we've added and removed values within these filters. Keep in mind that more values will be added over time as more content is launched on the platform. So they're making adjustments to the experience on the Quest Store. Finally, hopefully this is a good sign and we see a lot of adjustments because you know as well as I do that the store is a mess and it really needs some fixes. On top of this, there's some other things that I've seen mentioned in the past I want to mention quickly. PC VR gaming is apparently getting easier. Now, I have not experienced this myself. I haven't tried it. Maybe I'll get some footage and I'll see it after I record this, and so you can see what I'm actually doing. But otherwise, I'll just show some pictures here that others have shared. PC VR games are now in your Quest menu underneath a specific option. So you can switch the filter to switch to PC VR apparently, and it shows up in your menu, meaning you can launch a PC VR game from your Quest and it'll launch into your PC VR experience instead of having to launch Quest Link. That means it's more streamlined and more seamless. It means that you can have a list of all of your PC VR games. As long as your Quest is connected to your PC using Wi-Fi, you can have that list on your actual Quest menu. It bypasses the old PC VR Rift or whatever you want to call it home environment. The Oculus home environment is already gone, and then it's just like an empty world now. But it even bypasses that. This allows you to launch PC VR games right from inside of your Quest menu, which again is allowing for a more seamless experience. And hopefully in the future, in the near future, I hope, we'll be able to launch these games through a cloud streaming platform at some point. Well, who knows when that'll actually happen, but Project Avalanche is still bouncing around out there somewhere. That is their cloud streaming PC VR gaming. I'd love to see it happen sometime in the near future. Well, that is all the updates for version 81 on the Quest 3. Some things that we knew about and we've already talked about and seen, but that now are public instead of just in the public test channel, and a few extra options that will make the experience hopefully better, and it shows the direction that Meta is shifting, getting rid of Gorilla Tag clones, trying to fix their store, making things more connected and streamlined and seamless, and making adjustments to the user experience. Hopefully these are all signs of a good and pleasant future for the Quest platform, and things will just continue to get better. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it so that more people can see it, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and as always, happy questing.